live at this point? Are we live? Are we live? I suppose we're going to find out soon enough if we're actually live. Because, you know, it's never live when you want it to be live, right?
Indeed.
Doodly doodly doo. Doodly doodly doo. Doodly doodly da.
It is live.
Beautiful. Hello, hello, everyone. How are you doing today? We all here to vibe and ready to partake in the fun things. I know Rhino is definitely ready to partake in the fun things.
Am I?
I'd like to think so. Are you not ready for partaking in the fun things?
I don't know. Am I?
I don't know. I'm asking you. Are you? Are
I
you
don't know.
really? You're not
I
sure?
don't know. Am I?
I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Hello. We got Funtime Marcel and we got CJ here as well. Hello. Hello, you lovely people. How are you both today?
We've also got NA Queen.
Nice. Lovely, lovely, lovely. The more people, the merrier.
We got Grass Boy.
Grass Boy! Welcome, welcome,
And
welcome.
Alexis.
Hello, all you cool people.
KO TX. Royal Academy.
Chaotix X.
Or Chaotix X. Royal Academy again is still on hiatus.
Yes. We still like genuinely have plans to bring it back. It's just a matter of getting everyone to be on board for it and all that. And also make sure we can get some scripts taken care of. So yeah, that's the plan. All the fun things. All the fun things. Just getting a few extra things put up because I decided for fun, because we're doing Eden, I'm using my Streamlabs OBS instead of our regular streaming thing, so you guys can have the cool stream is starting soon screen for fun. Because I felt like it. And also because I secretly am planning to reload this to my Twitch earlier. Rhino can do it as well if he wishes, but it's going to be from my perspective, so he'll be very boring for his people. Because they won't necessarily see him. Because we're meanies. But yeah, it's going to be fun. So I'm looking forward to it. And Rhino are going to get on Eden and have a glorious time together today. So we can do some lore and other things because we feel like it.
Indeed. Day number 2 in my guy's perspective.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited. It means we get to actually see more of Rhino's stuff, understand like where he's coming from, what that's gonna mean. So I don't know, just lots of cool things to like just look forward to. And so I'm just I think there's gonna be a lot of potential we can enjoy there with that. So yeah, that's the plan for today. So if there's anything else you need to preface it with, unless you feel like it, Rhino. Otherwise, I think we are set to get into Eden and just see what kinds of things happen. I don't think we really have any prescribed lore for today. So get to see our characters just live and in action. So that'll be fun.
Indeed.
Okay. Then I guess I'll hop onto the server. Because I can't once I remember to load up my multi-MC because I forgot to. I'm such a pro. But in the meantime, we can showcase. Actually, I should check and see. I totally didn't not download the fan art that was posted of you joining Eden from the other day. Totally didn't not do that.
You mean the one from Grassboy?
Well, yeah, so there's also the one from you, I'm pretty sure.
You mean the one from me where I changed my profile pic?
Well, there's that one as well. But I think there's a lot of things from that day. Let me find them. Where is it? Where is it? Okay, well I can at least show this lovely art. While we're both getting some things loaded up because we can. But CJ actually posted a lovely piece of fan art just the other day. And it's been a wee bit,
yes.
so I'm actually really excited. This is so in honor of Rhinodragon EdenSMP, we now have this lovely piece of art that was done by CJ, featuring the voices in the heads of those in Eden. I think it's so cool.
Because my character wrote a lot.
Yes, you have a lot of voices in your head. So, but this was done by CJ. I think it's such a cool piece. Honestly, so awesome. So like, legit, just epicness. It's fantastic. Okay, no, I did. I did download some of them at least. I didn't download all of them, but I did download some of them because I had the one of you. Yeah, the one that we grass pointed to us. I do have that one. Where is it? That is right. Saw it just 2 seconds ago. There we go. Ta-da! This is our first introduction in Eden. So once we hop into the server, obviously it'll be lore time. So Rhino will have no idea who I am, and I'll have only the recollection of what we are. So we'll just know what we know, and that'll be that. So yeah, I saw that, Marcel. You mentioned that during the Friday stream the other day. Congratulations. Look at that. Okay. Yes, hello, Sylvie. Hey, Sydney. All the cool things. But yeah, so we're just going to be having some fun times here. So let's head on and see what magical, mystical things happen in the world of Eden today. Ba-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay. So let's see here. So it looks like it's just us and Rhino on, which is perfect. Okay. What was I doing last time we had anything? I cannot remember. So we shall have to do a bit of investigation. That is for sure. Let's see here. Actually, since we're here, if Rhino's on, is he somewhere down here? Oh, he is. Okay, let's go say him then, because he already be here. Hello? Hello?
Who is it?
It's me. It's Kanoka.
Oh, hello there, Mr. Mayor.
Hi. How are you doing?
I'm doing quite well. I'm just you know, I was just putting stuff in my chest.
Ooh. Okay. Nice. Do you mind if I step in?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Sorry. So you got a lovely little place here, and I saw you were on the same time as me, so I just thought maybe I could come over and say hi, and we could chat if you're down.
Yeah. I mean, I've built this this like little table and chairs for like chatting.
Yeah. No, it's actually, you did a much better job with this to your house compared to what I did when I first came on here. So I think it's quite awesome that you did this already.
Yeah, I thought that you know it would be nice to not only have a small quaint house, but but at least have some vibrant colors.
Right. Which is, a lovely, fantastic thing. But so something actually that just came to my mind. It may seem a bit odd because you only just got here onto Eden, so I know you haven't had a lot of time to prepare. But this last week, I have been specifically asking people as mayor to kind of let me know what things they've been doing last while, and specifically like if you have any thoughts in particular about Eden and what you'd like your role on Eden to be. So again, I know you're new and you haven't really had time to solidify yourself much, But I would love to hear your thoughts on what kinds of things you would like to do here, because we're already here together. So, if that's okay with you, I would love to talk with you about that.
Yeah, that's totally fine, I guess.
Okay, cool. Then I guess, like I said, my hold on, I'm just gonna quickly. I just realized I could do. Not a character could do this. I don't know. Alive together. I'm pinging people in the Eden Discord, so they also know that we're streaming as well. So that's I'm just doing that at my own end. There we go. Okay, that's that then. All right. Anyways, so first question, um, what what so far as of your first day has been your opinion of Eden?
Uh, well, I feel like some of the people are very welcoming. However, like some of the mysteries that are surrounding Eden, with some people especially, they seem quite. I don't know how to describe it. Like weird and scary.
Mm.
Like you got like um that panda guy,
Thing?
Fang.
Yes.
Yeah, Fang. Um, yeah, he seems to have like a problem. I don't know whether it's just because the people have said that it's like someone else is trying to take over his like body and try and
Right.
fan out emotion.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I really believe that. I just think maybe he has some sort of personality issues.
Gotcha. I mean he's certainly going through a lot. But we do believe, in fact, that he does have a spirit that is currently within him. That's trying to take over his body, and that seems to be something we've legitimately seen. So, I personally think it's
Eh,
true, but I mean, I can agree that while that does seem to be the case, it's strange regardless.
And then there's of course Yasmin, who I met, who seemed to be very eccentric and odd,
Mm-hmm.
especially considering she has a town full of villagers and just seems to be breeding more. I don't quite understand why she needs that many villagers. I mean, I know people have said that it's for like trade, but she really just has a full town. I just don't understand it.
Right. Okay.
Uh,
Makes sense.
and then, um, and then there's like Pink. I didn't really speak to Pink, but we walked past her place, and she seems to have a breeding problem. Like her livestock, in terms of like chickens and cows, she just seems to be breeding them at such a high rate and not even giving them a lot of like room.
Right.
Does she, you know, hurt the animals? I mean, that's quite tight spaces that she's, leaving them.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely a strange thing. Um, but to be honest, it's not. I think it's something that a lot of us just seem to have kind of assumed to be more normal. Um, if you don't mind me asking you a question, Rhino, um, I assume based on people were saying, I know your name is Rhino Dragon. Do you prefer to be called Rhino Dragon? Prefer to be called Rhino? What's your preference?
Uh, I don't really have a preference. I mean, people just, I feel like people just call me Rhino because it's shorter.
Right. I get that a lot too. A lot of people call me Kano as compared to Kanoka. Um, hope see you, Sydney. But I guess I'm just curious, how much experience do you have in living life in a setting like this? Because it does seem like you're a bit confused overall as to sort of like how things would traditionally function. And so I'm just curious, like, how, like, are you new to this kind of thing, new to this kind of world?
I mean, because the thing is, I don't like remember anything before, sort of like coming into this world, like
Mm-hmm.
no knowledge of whatsoever, and so all this has been like new to me.
Gotcha. So you like, because you have no memory whatsoever, it means you have no memory context of like surviving in the wilderness and pursuing
Yeah,
adventures.
like this is just all like for me step-in zones.
Gotcha. Okay. Um, that makes sense. So I guess in some ways you still really don't have much of a way to give an informed opinion about Eden because you simply just don't know how the normal culture would work. Um,
No, I really don't have like much apart from the stuff that I've seen since
right.
I arrived.
Gotcha. Okay. Well then, you know what? Hmm, maybe instead of what I was thinking, I want to ask you another question at some point, but I'm wondering if maybe now's not the best time. Maybe would you be interested in possibly doing something with me?
Uh, sure.
Because at least from what I'm getting the impression of, if this is your first time ever being in a world like this, I'm sure there's a lot you don't know. I mean, obviously you managed to dig yourself out, a decent home here, and I'm assuming you know how to use tools, but do you understand like normal survival mechanics, like how to like find resources, how to explore, um, sort of? I know you got a tour of some of this world, but at the same time, is there anything that you're curious about that you're concerned maybe you don't know about that you might want to be able to know about?
Well, like with this place, um, I got like help from voices in my head, which I still don't quite understand because they
Gotcha.
say that like that they say that like they're the voices in your head, but then they also say that they are voices in someone else's head, which it confuses me because you can't have voices in your head that are also voices in someone else's head.
So, yeah, I mean, I understand what you're saying. It's definitely a weird concept. Uh, Also, out of character. Hey Ray, thank you for stopping by and saying hello. Thank you. We hope you have a lovely rest of your day. You see, this kind of weird seeing EdenSMP content streamed on YouTube. But hola hola. But okay, I see what you're saying. It's definitely a weird concept to get through. I think part of it will just get used, like, as you spend more time being in Eden, you'll come to terms more with that. Like how even now we have voices technically that are in our heads, although these ones, in this case today, are a little different than what I'm used to seeing. But that's okay. And I think something that you may not quite understand, but the voices that you hear in your head right now are the same voices I'm hearing in my head right now. The exact same.
Like, how is that possible? Like, that doesn't make sense. I
I I understand for someone who maybe thinks a certain way of logic can be really difficult to comprehend, but at the same time, that's the reality of it. That's I mean, did you just have someone in your chat say cogs go burr?
Yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
then they said like "unga bunga boys go burr."
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, exactly.
I,
So those I'm seeing those things as well. So what I'd like to propose to you, because in this case today, um, you and I seem to be linked beyond what would normally be the case. Um, but would you be interested in going maybe just on a short adventure? Because there's some supplies I've been looking to get for a while, but I've been struggling to find, and so if I have your assistance, it might make it a bit easier to do so.
uh, sure.
Okay.
It'll probably be good to get a grasp of things on Eden.
Right. Well, and I know you got a lot of information, last Thursday. But if you have any questions you want answered from me, now's the perfect time to ask me because I've been here since the very beginning. So I have a pretty decent understanding of all things that have happened in Eden so far. I even wrote 2 history books that are located in the library if you ever have interested in wanting to hear the written version of a lot of the stories we have to share. But at the same time, I know a lot of it obviously off the top of my head, so I can always refer that to you if it's something you want to talk about.
Yeah. What happened to that virus? 'Cause I heard people talking about the virus, but
Right.
does that still around?
I can here. I'm gonna get some resources so we can prepare for the trip, but because we're gonna go on a bit of a walk. So if you have any resources you want to gather in the meantime, feel free. But I'm just gonna grab some stuff and I'll explain in the meantime. But from what we know, so basically the virus, I don't have a really good explanation for it. But pretty much what I know of it is that the virus was something that was brought into this world through Maddie, who since is separate from the virus. It's not even part of her anymore. So don't have any concern that she could be linked to it again in some way. I firmly believe that that's completely detached. But at the same time, it came through her, and since since the time when kind of things happened, we have managed to clean the virus out through Unknown's help, and now the virus doesn't exist anymore. So it used to be a problem and something that was of great concern, and now that's been simplified by a lot. So and basically the virus did, which is probably what you're more interested in hearing about, is it basically corrupted a person to a point where they would do things that were what we would think of as relatively morally apprehensible stuff. So it'd be one of those things where, like, for example, like Maddie was originally kind of prone to mischief, but she would also kind of purposely hurt people, and pranks became supposedly super harmful. And so there were some elements to the virus that caused people to become the worst versions of themselves. And then obviously that was
like split personality.
That sort of came after. Also, hey, that guy. Welcome to the stream. But basically, what would happen is that a person who became infected with the virus would start off normal, and then they would progressively become evil and more evil, prone to only their dangerous stuff. The split personality stuff only happened. There were different stages where basically one person would, if for example, as part of our process of curing the virus from people, we killed one of the people who was evil, they would return back to them good selves without any memory of what the evil self was like. And then sort of this as a separate case for Mousy, when she turned evil, after I'd killed her for a certain amount of times, a spirit version of her good self, almost like a conscience, appeared, and she sort of had this double nature for a bit. But it's separate from the split personality idea. It had more to do with some other elements that were tied to each person's character. Also, hey, Angelic Bond, welcome.
This world just seems so odd.
Yeah. It's definitely a lot to grasp. And I understand if it's a little complicated. Sorry, I was gonna read some cobblestone because we'll want this for the trip. But yeah.
Don't you think that maybe Unknown or Eve might have something to do with all this?
Hey, Oliver. It's something I have considered, but it's not something I've pushed for. It's if Unknown and Eve had a role in it, I definitely think that could be the case, but again, I don't know. Unknown also tried to keep us from he tried to seem to protect us from the virus, so I don't know. A lot of people have been theorizing potentially the virus could have been a ploy by Unknown to test us in some way, similar to what these fights that we've been going through have been, but you weren't here for that one last week. but there's just a lot of different things kind of coming into play.
I see.
Yeah. So, anyways, I'm taking the long way because I felt like it. But I guess there are two things we can do. I have one in particular, one pathway I think would be useful, but there's also another. I'm thinking about taking you to go to the end.
Isn't that where apparently someone killed a dragon?
Yes. But the main reason I want...
Are you just taking me there just to kill me?
No. No, the reason I'm taking you there is specifically because I think it'd be useful. I've been trying to search for elytras for a long time. And they basically allow you to fly, which is really, really nice. And so if I had the ability to have an elytra, it would mean I could do a lot more things. Same as you, especially if you're a dragon. I think having the capability to fly would be very useful for you. Also, hey Vince, the prince, welcome. Don't know why the path ends abruptly here. My apologies. Ah! Smack this skeleton out of the way. Hello, zombie.
There's a thing behind you.
Oh, thank you for the creeper heads up. Okay. Do you have any weapons and things like that, or any tools?
I was given something by... I think it was from Nova.
Okay.
Which was...
Hold on, I'm just gonna grab this spider or make sure to kill it. There you go. Okay. But if you are familiar with how to use certain tools and things like that, we might want to have... Well, we shouldn't have to fight any ender dragons in the end, which is good, because the one that was there is gone. But you will need to be able to understand how to use a... Oh, there's a creeper behind you. There's a lot of mobs behind you. Apologies. I can smack it down.
Oh, there. Oh.
You right?
There's a little one.
Yeah, it's good. Are you unfamiliar with fighting mobs?
I haven't been taught in fighting.
Okay. Well, would you care for some instruction then?
Sure.
Okay. Do you have any sort of weapon at your disposal at the moment?
Well, only this.
Okay, so you have an axe. So see that skeleton over there?
Yeah.
What you can do is you can you use your right arm to smack it with what weapon you're holding. And if you jump and hit it, you can get a critical hit. But basically, that's how you eventually would defeat a mob, for example. That skeleton will try to shoot you, so you may want to try and dodge its bullets, or if you had a shield, you could use that as well. It'll sting a little bit if it hits you, but it shouldn't hurt you because you got pretty strong armor on.
Ow.
Okay, look at that. Good for a skeleton.
I killed something.
Yeah. The way he said it sounds weird, but remember, the good thing is that these mobs are not like good creatures. They're evil. A lot of times they're skeletons or other things, so it means they're dangerous.
But if they're evil, then why does Yasmin keep one of them as her son?
That's something I don't particularly understand myself, but at the same time, mobs, maybe zombies can harmful and evil, but at the same time they're also a bit different. So here, okay, there's a zombie over here. Try using your axe to destroy these two. They're both focused on me at the moment. Okay. Then you have the zombie here. Oh, there's another zombie behind you. Oh no, watch out. Okay, he's got to aim low. Okay. And there's this one over here and this big gun. Oh, goodness gracious, the skeleton. Okay, you take those two out. I'll take care of the skeleton. Okay. Close, you're close. It's okay. You don't have to walk back every time you hit by it. Just stand firm. I know it can be harder when you're first getting used to it, but it makes it a lot easier. Do you have enough food?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, clearly this is partially working out, partially not. Okay. I definitely think we're going to need to give you a bit more training before we finish those things. Do you see that spider over there?
Yeah.
We're going to go to it, and I want you to try and kill it. It's going to try and jump at you, but you can hit it before it jumps you in order to keep it from jumping you. So, hit it before it jumps. There you go. Nice, you did it. And then you can take the loot if you want and hold on to it. If we get one more string, actually, I can make you a bow yourself. So if we find another spider, let me know and we can kill it, and you can have a bow to use.
Yeah.
Oh, ouch, Mr. Skeleton, that was very rude. Okay. Let's see, now watch me. So I can strafe around the skeleton if I want. I can jump in on it, and smack it twice, and now it's gone. I've learned with mobs most of the time, at least certain ones, depending on how good your armor is, aggression is actually a useful tactic to use. If you're too defensive or too hesitant, you can take a lot more damage than is necessary. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, then what we're gonna do is, oh wait, so there's something gonna do. We're gonna go over by Toby's house or Toby's old house for a second to get you a pumpkin. In the meantime, I'm gonna show you something that is gonna be useful knowledge for you later. You want to avoid those big. Oh, you killed the pet. Okay, but what you want to do is you see those tallish mobs over there, like the tall ones on like black stilts almost that look like they're over there. Don't look at it in the head, right? At least right now. Just stare at it kind of generally, and then if you look at it straight in the eyes, I'll stare at it first. It's gonna come for me. It's gonna try and attack me. It's Endermen particularly do not like being looked at, and so they tend to get very aggressive if you look at them. We're gonna be seeing a lot of Endermen inside the end, and we won't have big piles of water to kind of protect ourselves because they don't like water. But they give these things called Ender Pearls, which you can use to teleport across dimensions. I'd like you to have these. These basically will allow you to teleport yourself a certain distance depending on where the Ender Pearl hits when you use it. So for example, if I throw this Ender Pearl from here, I can throw it all the way over there, and it'll hit me right where it lands. Ta-da! Oh, phantoms. Here, I got you covered. Okay, let me pull my sleeping bag out. I can fall asleep so you can so they can go away. Should work with just me here. There we go. Okay, cool. All right. Now, the zombie that was there earlier and the phantom will all burn up. Power daytime. Okay. So we go over here. Let's go grab a pumpkin from Toby's garden, because I'm pretty sure there's still some over here. And then we can get you a carved pumpkin hat, which you'll want to wear probably in the end as well, because it will make it so that you can look at Enderman without them getting mad at you. It's a very useful thing.
They get pumpkins?
Yeah, the pumpkins are good. They're not evil pumpkins. These are vegetables, so they're not mobs. They aren't living things.
Are the tall people scared of pumpkins?
Oh, no. The basically what the pumpkins do is they make it so that way when you look at a mob like that, they can't tell that you're looking at them. That's the real reason why we have them. So if you take this, here you go. You now have a carved pumpkin hat that you can put on your head. So you'll want that for later.
It really blocks.
Yeah,
your view.
It can hurt a little bit, but if you shift your perspective, you can see a little bit better, and you can still use it without having to have your vision be blocked. But it takes some time getting used to. Also, yes, Ethan, that was a fox backpack, but this was made using sweet berries, not actual foxes. So don't worry. Okay, so those are the basics of combat. Nothing super special. But usually with certain mobs, like I said, if they're aggressive, you might need to be aggressive back to them in order to defeat them in a good way. Endermen like to teleport around, and they are afraid of water, and they can kind of pack quite a punch if you're not careful. And where we're going, there's going to be mostly just a lot of Endermen. And Ender Pearls are useful because they allow you to cross large distances and teleport across. Let's see, I'm going to try and get these guys mad at me because I want to get a few more Ender Pearls. So one moment. They're going to come at me. If you wish to help me fight them as well, you can, because they're going to be not upset with you. Be mainly upset with me. But then we can get some more Ender Pearls to do some more things. Hello there. Up. Why are you taking fall damage, all of you? Oh, nice. Ooh, that one give mycelium block. Useful. Or not mycelium, that's the support quartz.
Well, n Nilinium.
Okay, yeah, it must be the, there's a certain kind of block that allows you to grow wart in the nether. And that's specifically that kind of block. Okay, I think that seems to be both of them. Okay, so what we're going to do, in order to get to the end faster, there's a way that'll take us halfway, but we can go through this nether portal, and it'll take us halfway to the end. So that's why I'm taking us this way.
That doesn't look incredibly safe.
Portal?
Yeah.
It's actually one of the safest things. It takes you safely between dimensions. And it's one of those things that in this world is actually very useful to use because it saves you a lot of time going from place to place. So if you'll follow me, then we can see where it goes. Hello. Okay, let's just take... Here, we can go over here. This is a safer place. If we come up here on this bridge, we can take a look around and just take a small look. Just be careful because there's some Endermen around, so if you stare at them in the eyes, they will get mad at you. Just kind of take a careful look around. You can see kind of what this world's like.
Why is it so eerie?
It's sort of the nature of this this place. Also, Endermen like to come into this hallway and place blocks down randomly, so that's why there's so many random things in here. Because sometimes they'll pick up a block and carry it with them and then place it back down somewhere else. And that's why there's so many like random blocks of netherrack here. But for now, I'm just gonna walk around them because I'm lazy.
Why do they like to place it there?
I think they just find it, convenient for the most part.
There's so many of them.
Yes, there are. Okay, so what we are going to do now is I'm going to go down this way, and we're going to follow a path that I made that takes us all the way to the end. Because we needed to streamline the process a while ago, and so we deliberately made a bridge that goes all the way through the nether, different things. As you can see, there's some Endermen in here as well. Yeah?
Is that a lava lake?
Yes, a very big lava lake.
Why is there ash falling?
Because technically this is a basalt biome, and for lack of a better term, technically this is our world's equivalent of hell.
I thought they didn't exist.
What didn't exist?
Well, hell.
Well, no. In this case, you can see very clearly this is the nether, and it does exist. So, unfortunately, fortunately, this is the way to go. So make sure to tread carefully on these blocks. It's gonna take a little bit of walking along, because this is the fastest way to the end, as compared to going on the overworld, which is what I used to do back in the olden days. Oh, okay, there we go.
Are you sure that's safe?
This way?
Yeah, it looks quite...
It's very thin, but be careful because there's currently a magma cube coming at us, and so it's actually going to hurt you more if you don't come across quickly. So, then follow me. Up here. Now we just follow along this path.
Why is this path so crudely made?
Because we haven't really had a lot of time to spend to make it better, really. We just kind of wanted to create something that worked with our parameters at the time. So, I don't know, I'm doing the big fancy parkour. I can just really take a normal pathway and it's fine. Goodness, the noises in this place are getting louder every time I feel like I go in here. But okay, so we're just gonna keep going up this way. Eventually just want to get ourselves up here. Okay. You want to be wary because there might be some zombie pigmen as well as regular pigmen in here, so you just want to make sure you're keeping an eye out for them.
Do they attack you?
The pigmen will. Zombie pigmen won't attack you unless you attack them first. In which case, if you do that, all the zombie pigmen in the area will attack you. Indefinitely until all of them are killed. So you want to be extra careful with that sort of thing because it can get dangerous very quickly.
How do I know which is which?
So, the zombie pigmen are these creatures right here. As you can see, they kind of have like their skull half revealed. They can usually carry golden swords. And they don't attack you unless you get nearby. Whereas, for example, that creature right there with the pig head with the golden armor pants on, if you're wearing gold, they won't attack you, or if you give them gold, they'll be distracted temporarily. But those are the ones, those are the regular piglins, and they will attack you on sight if they get close enough to you.
Oh. This world doesn't sound safe.
No. I think you're right. Okay, hold on. There we go. There we go. It's been defeated. Okay, so now we'll just make our way back up here. Keep on moving forward. I know there's a lot of things, isn't it? Okay, so if we go continue on, let's see here, which way is it? Might be this way. I'm trying to remember exactly what the full path was. I know there's an area we'll need to go down, so I'm pretty sure it's up here somewhere. Yeah, I think it's right over here. I have this path memorized because it was a long time where I had to kind of keep taking it over and over and over again. It kept falling.
Gold?
Yes.
Huh.
You can find gold in there as well as you see that white ore that's right over there on the walls.
Yeah. What is that?
That's quartz. So you know the white blocks that you saw in the ritual circle the other day?
Yeah.
Those a lot of those are made of quartz. Actually, we're gonna go this way, not that way. This one's safer. The block over here that you can see, that's sort of this glowing one. This is glowstone. You can use that for a lot of like lights and other things like that. It's a natural lighting source. And you can also use it with redstone in our world to create unique contraptions. Oh, see these. Those are getting a little aggressive. There's a little herd here. Excuse me. Pardon me. Rude. Rude. Actually, you know what? Here. Want. Can wear this. At least for now. Now they won't attack you. Cool. They'll attack me still, but that's okay. I think it's safer. Better for you to have that so you stay safe as compared to me. Okay. Now we're walking along here. We're nearly at the end of the stretch here. We'll get to the portals in a second. But so like I said, like I asked before, you've had no experience having survival come before. What do you feel like you are familiar with doing? Like, is there anything that comes to mind that you've had experience doing before in the past?
Talking?
Okay. And that's not a bad start. The little ones won't hurt you, don't worry.
It's just, yeah, it's just looking at me.
Yeah. Okay, now, don't get scared. Look at over there. Do you see that big square thing with the tentacles?
Yeah, what is it?
That is a ghast.
And what does a ghast do?
Ghasts will, oh, I just realized that Zombie Pigman has a, oh, that's so cute, the Zombie Pigman's riding the Strider, that's really cute. But ghasts will shoot you with fireballs. So you wanna make sure you're extra careful around them. And you can deflect those fireballs with a fist or with a sword or a bow and arrow.
Well, I mean, you know, shouldn't we be safe? I mean, we're on the bridge.
Well, yeah, the bridge is safe, but we can still get hit by the fireball if they decide to shoot it at us. Okay. As you see, there are two portals there. We want to go for the one that's on the bottom. That one is the safest one. And then once we get through here, we will officially be right where the near the end fortress is, and I can show off that area to you. Right. Welcome. We have traveled a distance. So what we need to do now at this point, I'm pretty sure it's this way. If we follow along down here, we'll eventually find a tunnel, and this will lead us straight. Okay, so it's this one. Okay, this will lead us straight through to the end fortress. Follow me.
End fortress?
Yes. So in order to get access to the end, you need to access end fortresses, which basically are random locations located around every world similar to Eden, where basically you can find old portals that allow you to access the end. You have to usually give like put in ender eyes to kind of rejuvenate those portals, but otherwise they will function and allow you to travel to the end, which is a unique dimension where ender dragons are born.
I wonder if I was on there. I mean, I'm a dragon.
Yeah, I mean it's possible. Okay, so right now here, this is the spot we're going to go. So we're going to head straight down from this little thing here, take the waterfall down, and you'll have arrived into the end fortress. Ta-da!
What?
So now be careful, because if you take this portal, you'll go straight to the end. Which again, like I said, isn't a terribly dangerous place if you're careful and know how to work around it. But this is where we'll
Why
be
is it-
searching for elytras.
Why does it look so weird when you move your head around looking in it?
Oh, that doesn't move?
Yeah, it doesn't move.
It's because it's a portal, so they function a little more uniquely, I think.
It looks so weird. Like you just move your head around to look around it, and all you just see is like it just doesn't move normally.
No, it doesn't. But okay. So, are you ready to go through the portal?
Okay. Do I need to wear the thing?
I'd say it'll help, just in case. You shouldn't have to worry too terribly, but if you feel like it'd make you more comfortable, then put it on and then jump right in.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so now we're here. So we've been here before, so there's no need to worry if you just come with me this way. You can walk on up.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's look at all the Endermen. So this way, if you change your perspective, you can actually see without clouding your vision, which can be really helpful. We're just going to climb up here. All the way up. And I can even show you the location where we fought the Ender Dragon. As long as you have this hat on and don't stare at any Endermen, you have no need to fear about them attacking you.
Wait, they still attack you if you stare at them with the hat on?
No. If you stare at them with the hat on, you don't. But if you don't have it on, then you have problems. So, yeah. So this is the spot where we fought the Ender Dragon. When we want to go home later, this will be the portal that we'll take.
I know someone said that they got a crystal. How does that link?
You can make end crystals by using, basically, in order to resummon an Ender Dragon, you have to create the end crystals that gave it health in the first place. And so, in order to make an end crystal, let me see here. Let me hold my knowledge database. You need to have 1 eye of Ender, 1 gas tier, and then 7 glass, all put together. And if you have 4 end crystals that are placed at each of these little obsidian block locations, I'm pretty sure, or within that bedrock line, you can respawn an Ender Dragon.
Just doing that with portal thing again.
Mm-hmm. It's the same sort of texture.
It doesn't seem as dark, but why does the view of the sky look so?
This guy is sort of weird. It's sort of like pixely and strange.
You were being stared down.
Yes, I was. It's okay. I don't think he minds. Okay, now what we're gonna do, if you're up for it, because I have a feeling where we're gonna need to go, we're gonna need a lot more Ender Pearls than we have. So, I am going to make us a platform, and then we're going to attract a lot of Endermen to us, so we can get their Ender Pearls. Because Endermen are only 2 blocks tall, and so if we create... Oh, sorry, I can't see very well with this on. Take it off for a moment. Okay. If we go up here and make a platform like this that extends out for a certain range, we can then sit under this platform and not have to worry about Endermen being able to get too close to us in order for us to fight them.
Is that why they can't place blocks higher in that tunnel?
Yeah, I mean, they only place them at their feet. See, if you sit under here, at that range. Okay, if you take your helmet off and start looking around at all these different Endermen.
Are you sure?
Yep, trust me.
Okay.
Okay, so now watch. Now they're all here. You can use your sword, or whatever weapon you have, to start slashing away at them. We're safe, clearly, as you can see. We'll still wander around, but we're safe. You can hit them, and then you can farm up some ender pearls, which we can then use as tools for when we go on to the next stage of our adventure. Also, I'm not sure if you've noticed, but it seems the voices in your head and my head want you to talk to the ender dragons. Or talk to the, endermen.
Well, they seem angry right now, so...
Right, because we're currently irritating them. Okay, I'm gonna go around and irritate a few more. Come to me, children. You want to fight me? Come and fight me!
Is this... like... Is this, like, humane? Like, doing this?
I mean, from what we know, Endermen, are... I would say mindless. They certainly have preferences, but at the same time, I don't necessarily consider it inhumane. Are you someone who's particularly keen on having things be humane in a certain way? Like, is that something that matters deeply to you?
Well, like, they don't seem to be, like, harming anyone, so, like, why should we then be aggravating them to harm us?
Well, the reason why we, you know, choose to basically kill them in this way is because they have valuable items that we need to be able to do our things. And like most other mobs in this world, when these mobs die, they will come back again. So yes, we kill them, but at the same time, new ones will come back in their place. And obviously, for example, like if you had a special Enderman that you wanted to have be treasured, because you care a lot about it, you certainly could deal with that, or if like you gave one a name, but it's a little different.
Well, 13 ender pearls.
Okay, not bad. I currently have 19, so I think we have more than enough. So I'm gonna put my pumpkin helmet back on, break down this platform, and then what you and I can do is we can travel to one of the areas where we have access to. I'm not entirely sure how long. I'm hoping it doesn't take us terribly long to find another end city that someone hasn't explored. Because a lot of them have been explored already, but I think it'll be worth both of our time to potentially see what we can find, because I think it's, again, at least something useful for both of us. So, yeah.
Yeah, there's a voice that just said that they're saying it's interesting. I'm questioning things in this realm, but yeah, everyone else doesn't question it.
I guess it's just because I think to some extent all of us felt comfortable being in this world. It seems like for you, you must have had a very different experience before coming here to Eden, and so you have no experience doing much of anything.
But how do you know you've had experience?
Well, I don't really know, but I guess when it comes down to like what sorts of assumptions I have coming into this world, there's obviously things I knew how to do without even thinking to do them. And so those are things that either I've trained myself to do or are part of my nature. And so regardless of the fact that I've lost memories, I still have the ability to know certain things because my body and intuition tell me things otherwise.
I guess.
I mean, like you said, I really haven't thought too much about it, honestly, which could be my downfall one day. But that's sort of where things have been in that regard in particular. Okay, so we have a number of options. We either take that and one there, or we can take one of those two. Which do you think would be the most interesting to you?
I don't like mind as long as I'm safe.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. All right, then how about we? I know we've taken this one before. Actually, oh, is there a? I just saw a light there. Maybe that was just me. I don't know if I think I've been to that one before. So you know what? Let's take The actually, you know what? Let's take the andesite one. I think the cobblestone one I'm pretty sure I've done before because I'm pretty sure I remember making that bridge. Just up here, and then what we're gonna do very carefully is you see this where the black portal is. You're
Yeah.
gonna throw an ender pearl into the inside of it, and you will teleport to where it goes. So, oh, or not. clearly, I need to work on my skill. Oh, you did it. You okay?
Where am I?
Okay, hold on. I'll be right there. Don't worry. Oh dang! I fell again. No worries. I'll be there. I just seem to be struggling a bit. That's all.
Um.
Sometimes this happens. But feel free to get some bearings if you'd like. Check out your surroundings. Actually, you know what? For sake of actually, no, I won't. I still need to do this because I need to get my stuff. Is there anything you'd like to say to people? Do you want to convey anything? Any of your own thoughts?
There's a lot of Hi, Mr. Enderman. Oh, you just you just turned away and ignored me. Oh, okay. Hello there, Mr. Enderman. I'll call you Endy. Oh, he just turned away as well. They don't really look at you much, do they?
Well, they only look at you if you look at them particularly, and then they get angry with you. So it's a mixed bag. Shouldn't take me too long to get back.
What's this purple thing?
Oh, those are chorus flowers. You can get chorus fruit from them, but be careful with chorus fruit because it does. When you eat it, it teleports you slightly to a different location. Nothing extreme or as direct as the ender pearls, but it will maybe teleport you somewhere nearby.
Is this the Enderman's like home?
Supposedly. There are theories outside of this world that they potentially could be from our world and then have gone there first. But I'm not at liberty to know those things, so I really don't spend a lot of time thinking about it.
My voices are telling me to avoid contact with the Enderman, but I'm wearing a pumpkin. Hi, Endy.
Well, because that should help a little bit. So based on your experiences, it seems like I'm assuming the end has nothing familiar for you. Like being there doesn't seem to give you any sort of reminiscence.
No, I don't even like
See you, Fred.
know this place.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. I mean, it's understandable. I'm still a bit surprised because most people who I've experienced coming into Eden have at least some. I don't know. It just seems like you seem much more naive than a lot of people I've met before. So I'm trying to find the good ways to explain some of these things. Okay.
What do you mean by naive? Am I doing something wrong?
No. There's nothing that you're doing wrong. It's interesting. I've never had someone in this world who isn't familiar with some of the things that a lot of us, I think, have just commonly been aware of. And so it's fine that we have to teach you, certainly. It's fine. I'm wondering if perhaps. So we're not entirely sure of this theory, but we've got a feeling that someone or something had something to do with how many memories we retained upon coming into this world. And so it's possible that when you were brought here, more of your memories were stripped away than for the rest of us. Because again, like I said, it seems very odd that there's a lot of things you don't seem to recall about this world. considering like all people who've been here before at least have some experience of being present in these kinds of places, even before coming here. So I'm trying to figure out if that's possibly what could be happening with you right now.
Like, why would someone like get rid of our memories? Like, that doesn't sound like very nice.
I mean, no. Like I said, it's one of those things I don't really quite understand or have a full grasp of why that would be the case. But that's simply what I know to be true. That unfortunately most of us have no full recollection of things we I believe would or should have an understanding of. So that's something that we're, trying to figure out still. And a lot of us here, and I think, in some ways yourself will be included in this mix as well, but we're trying to figure out why it is that that's the case for us. Like, are there things that we should be doing, things we can be doing to try and have kind of a regained memory of some sorts? But it takes hard. It is actually, I have played an emulator, Ethan. I'm very familiar with him, actually. Okay. Right, I'm trying this again with feeling this time. I'm really sad that for some reason you managed to do this first time. I keep hitting the side of the wall. Why do I keep hitting the side of the wall? It seems like this is not letting me through.
I started on the block below the one that you tried on.
The one below the block? What do you mean?
Yeah, so like my head was at the height of the weird thing, like portal thing.
Oh, and then you went in that way.
Yeah, I then threw in my pearl.
Oh, you're right. Oh no. Hello there, Enderman. Moment.
Oh, you're not wearing your pumpkin.
Yeah, I took it off for easier sight, but understand now. I'll put it back on. Okay. Right, well, that seems to be the case now, so we do have that. Okay, cool. All right, so as you can see, we've built a pathway that way a long time ago, back when we did some exploring, but I never really found any things there, so we either have the choice of going that way, or we can build out this way. Which way do you think we should go?
Manage waypoints.
Well, you have
narrator
more
off.
knowledge, so...
Okay. Well, I guess let's take a gander this way. We can see sort of what seems to be this way. Okay, well, there is a pathway, so it seems like we have walked some time this way, but I don't know if we explored it all the way. So let's just give it a chance and see what's over this way. Also, be very careful, because if you fall through into the void, you will completely die, and all your things will be lost. Unlike, dying in lava now with backpacks, we have some protection. If you fall straight down, I do not know what happens. Just be extra careful. Okay.
By void, you mean just an endless pit?
Yep, pretty much.
That doesn't sound safe.
No, not particularly. But at the same time, in this world, there's a lot of things you have to do in order to get things that you need. If we spent a lot of time just worrying about being safe, then there would never be any risk, and therefore there'd be a lot of things, opportunities that would get missed. So that's why you spend a lot of time, doing things that maybe could be risky.
Like, then wouldn't you want to create, like, the best armor?
I mean, you can. It can help you sometimes. Also, I'm going to ender pearl over if you want to follow me. Or hop over.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey, nice, you made it. Sometimes you'll take a bit of damage, but usually it's nothing you can't recover from. Okay. So, I'm going to do a bit of walking, which is why I packed some cobblestone, because I figured we would need some. We'll probably have to harvest some endstone at some point, but at least it gives us a place we can start. So if we keep on walking this way, running. I guess running's probably faster. If I walk the whole entire time, then it's going to take us forever to get where we need to go. So let's do a bit of jogging. Make sure there's nothing down here. If you're smart, if you keep your perspective shifted, you can make sure that you're not going to fall into any, invisible holes or anything like that. Anything that could possibly just be there that you're not expecting. Okay. It looks like there's a landmass this way. Ooh, perfect. Okay. So what we'll do then is shall build across this way.
That's just endless void.
Yep.
Down there.
Mm-hmm.
You're off it.
Oh, it's fine.
But you were off.
It's one of the unique
like,
features of being shifted. As long as you hold down your shift key as you're crouching, you have at least some leeway to go where you need to go. I'm technically still on this block if I'm shifted.
that doesn't.
Okay, I understand this is a lot of masking of you, but one of the things I understand that is required, and at least when I've done things in Eden before, one of the things that we've had to just expect and try is putting ourselves in dangerous situations to learn from them and to quickly adapt to what Eden has to offer. Because this is indeed a wonderful, mysterious place. It's also very dangerous, and so you have to be willing to take on danger and understand what that means, which can be a hard task sometimes. But it's well worth the risk as long as you know what you're doing. Unfortunately for you, I have at least a decent amount of experience doing what I'm doing right now, so you know you're in good hands.
I guess.
Not as good as Pink's, but they're decent enough.
So, if we get this elytra thingy, how do we fly with it? Is it like wings? Do we like?
Yeah.
Do we like staple them on ourselves?
Sort of. You know where you usually put your chest plate?
Yeah.
You'll put your elytra there. So kind of like you're wearing like a vestment almost.
But wouldn't that be less protection?
Yes, technically so. But like a lot of good things, sometimes you have to give up protection in order to be able to do other things. In this case, in order to have the access to flight, you need to give up some of your chest protection.
But isn't that like risky?
Well, yes. I mean, it is, technically speaking. I don't know have any other way of putting it, really. Yes, no, you're right. It's a very risky thing to do. But I also am of the opinion that it's worth the risk to get a potential benefit out of it that could be more valuable than what you're doing. Also, voices in the head. It's quite ironic that you guys mentioned Adventure Time, because this is not the first time Adventure Time has been referenced in reference to myself and being in Eden. So I like to go on adventures. To be honest, even though I'm not as formidable as Pink is, I'm also probably the best and most seasoned explorer out of everyone here. It's kind of funny that I would choose to become mayor, considering that fact, but at the same time, I enjoy going places and just getting things done. That's probably one of my, more unique traits, is I'm not opposed to getting my hands dirty and, committing myself to doing a certain task. Okay. Time for us to do more of the bottomless voiding or building. So this time, though, we should be able to just go straight across because it looks like it's the same way. So we shall save ourselves the trouble of doing too much work. So if I do this, then you can see more. So yeah, I don't really know exactly what to say. You've actually been pretty quiet this entire time.
Yeah, it's because I'm just like trying to, take it all in. Like, it's so much. Like, all this just doesn't make sense.
Well, could you be more specific? What exactly doesn't make sense about it? What seems to be most confusing to you?
Like, how is this all possible? Like, other dimensions and like weird viruses that it just confuses so much.
It's a solid question. And unfortunately, it's not really one I have a good, not one I really have a good response to. because I only know so again, like I said, I only know so much about this world in the first place. I've been doing what I can to understand it, but most of my time has really just been spent just trying to organize everyone behind, you know, a community, because that's what we were brought here by Unknown to do, is to make a community. And so I think I just kind of went in gung-ho and tried to see what could be made of that, in any case. Let's see here.
Why a community? Like, why us?
Those are a lot of the questions we asked when we first got here, and I think a lot of us still aren't really sure exactly why or what that all means. But we're trying to figure that out. If you don't mind, we're gonna need to do a bit of digging of blocks out, because I seem to have run out of most of my cobblestone. So, if you need a pickaxe, I can provide one. But I also have my own.
I've got a stone.
Okay.
Pickaxe.
Well, feel free to dig out some end stone. Maybe grab at least like a stack or so. I'll try and grab out some myself as well. But we'll use this to make some more bridges. But okay, so I guess, enough about me, or enough about you, I guess, because I feel like I've been asking you a lot of questions. Is there anything you want to know about me, since we're here?
Well, you said that some people like might have retained some memory. Do you have any memory of your past life?
I mean, nothing in particular, admittedly. The only thing that I kind of seem to think may have any sort of relevancy, but what memories I have, and again, by memories I mean, you know, I have very light reminiscences of just normal living. That's why I feel like I'm able to make pop culture references and other things, because I understand what those are, because I experienced them. But at the same time, the only solid memory I have of anything beyond Eden is the fact that I, for some reason, seem to know Nova. I've got a familiarity with them. And I still don't quite know where that came from.
You also seem to have a fondness for foxes.
Oh, well, that wasn't something that that was something that seemed to come of the world itself. That wasn't something I intended to have happen. That just sort of came to be because I had seen foxes in the area when we first came into Eden's spawn world, and so Adam was sort of a byproduct of that, really. But that's pretty much.
I've got a stat.
Okay, perfect. Then I'm going to say this seems to be the next other big landmass in the area, so let's just build across this way, and then go from there. Let's see here. Anything else that you'd like to know about me?
Seeing as you're the mayor, you must know a lot about the other people of Eden.
Yeah.
Itself.
Yeah, I know a fair bit about most everybody.
Are they friendly?
I mean, I'd say so. I mean, I think some people are a bit more personal than others. You know, they prefer to keep to themselves, but for the most part, a lot of us here seem to at least be amicable. Not looking to like get into fights with anybody. Some others like Seth and Pink and Jay are more willing to indulge in fighting if they think it's worthwhile toward a cause that they believe in. And then they'll often keep to themselves more if they have secrets. Don't always share everything that they know.
I think Jay seems nice. She gave me this armor.
Yeah, no, that was incredibly nice of her to do. She says she offered me some, but it's been so long that I honestly can't remember if she had done that back when we started. But I didn't see any need for netherite armor because I was gonna break it. I'm not,
Is netherite armor good or?
it's useful. It's the strongest kind of armor there is, so it's really great actually. And part of it, I think, for me is a pride thing. I like taking some gifts, but I also like to have my own volition. Also, bye, number grabber. See you later. Thanks for being here, Ethan. So there's a lot of those elements too, where it's like, yeah, some people will be more friendly, and others, I think, have a harder time trusting other people. So you have to kind of buy into that a little bit more.
I see.
Let's see here. Okay, I'm not seeing any end cities yet. The hard part with a lot of this kind of exploration is it takes some time to find something valuable. Sometimes you can search for in the end for hours and not find anything.
Is Yasmin like? I don't want to sound rude, but crazy.
She's more eccentric. I wouldn't say she's not crazy as in like, I think she's still mentally there. She just makes very strange choices. I think is probably the best way to put it.
Because again, she has like a baby zombie as a son.
Right. Which is sort of odd. But at the same time, it's one of those things where I don't know. She still has a lot of her sensibilities there. Okay, actually, I'm just curious. Can I see anything if I do this? I'm trying to get a glimpse with my eyes to see if there's any possible way I can discern whether or not if there's any end cities nearby where we are. Because I do have access to a special map inside my head to kind of at least get a general location of where we might be.
You have a map inside your head?
Sort of. It's not like a map, but it's something. Also, oddly enough, we've apparently gone around enough to where there's an end city that's close by to us that isn't the end city that, or is one that I've already explored at some point. Just on a bit of a detour is all. Interesting. Okay. It looks like there seems to be a decent amount of land masses back along this way. So if we go along over to this other island, there should be a number of things we potentially find. Again, these islands are so big, so it's easy to lose track of time when you're continually traveling along the way. But at the same time, nothing we can't handle. Okay, I'm gonna ender pearl over because this is a short enough distance. So, whoop, and land.
Oh, what's that? What's that? Oh, that's this whole thing that the Enderman just.
Oh, there's an endermite. If you kill it, it's a special mob that only happens that only spawns in occasionally, when you use an ender pearl. It's very rare.
Oh, does it give you anything or?
No, but there is an achievement that you can unlock in this world if you happen to have killed every mob at least once.
Yeah.
Oh wow, good throw. Okay.
Yeah, the Enderman just seemed to instantly just kill it.
Oh, okay. So they killed it for you. Interesting.
Do they not like Endermites?
It's possible. Again, I've never really had any experiences with them very commonly, so I wouldn't know off the top of my own head. Okay, it seems like there's a lot of land masses around here, and we might want to stray more toward this way, maybe? I don't know. Yes, indeed. Crazy that does seem to be more the normal nowadays, according to the voices in the head. Which is very accurate. Excuse me. I'm trying to go around here. Thank you. It's really hard.
I mean, maybe he just wanted to stand there because, it's like his home and we're just, like, invading it.
I mean, I guess to some extent, but at the same time, the Endermen, like I said, are pretty peaceful. So, as long as we're not looking at them in the eyes in the wrong way, then we'll be okay.
So why are people saying, have you told Rhino about Logan, Jose, Zach, and Rusty yet?
Logan, Jose, Zach, and Rusty were all people who had been on the server before, who were expired and so are no longer here.
What do you mean by? Did you mean like they died?
No. Because dying would constitute that they. I mean, to our extent, yes, they are gone. And so they, are obviously not here anymore. But at the same time, they are like gone. I guess is the way I mean to put it.
Huh.
Okay, let's see. This is the landmass we're currently on is actually quite big, so I've got hope that this could possibly have an end city on it, but I do not know for sure.
Does it look like the Eden city?
No. Basically, an end city is a gigantic purple tower with end rods on it, with these creatures called shulkers on top of it. And usually it kind of stands out in the landscape. They have floating boats nearby it. It's sort of I don't exactly know what they are. I think it's just where the valuables of these Endermen are. They have valuable armor inside usually. Other valuable resources too. But specifically what they often have, like I said, is the elytras, which is what I'm hoping to find, because those are very useful things, because then we could...
Are elytras rare?
Yeah, I mean, you can only... You can't make them yourself. You can only find them in these kinds of locations. So they are quite rare. Oh, there's one. I see it. Okay. I don't see it in my actual vision, but I see it with the map that I have possession of. So...
Have, like, other people gone for these elytras?
Yeah, some people have. I know Nova in particular is really fond of their elytra. But...
Oh, Nova has one.
Yes. They do. Okay, ooh, this one looks like a big one. Okay, so I'm not sure how far you can see, but
I can see 16 chunks.
Okay, I think that's as far as I can.
I still don't see it.
If you start going along this way with me, you should eventually see it in the distance.
What you said, are you Iron Man's brother?
No, I am not Iron Man's brother.
Oh.
I am...
Oh.
Different.
Oh. I see it.
Are you seeing it? Okay, cool. We'll stay a bit of a distance away from it for now, just because I want to make sure you can see it safely.
It seems... Well, disconnect... Oh, no, now it's connecting.
Yes, it's sort of connected. So, good news is this is a pretty big one. The bad news is it does not look like it has any, doesn't have any boats near it. Because the boats are what provide the elytras. These look like they might just be, this might be a regular end city, fortunately. You can still have some valuable things, but it doesn't have what we're looking for. So it's up to you if we want to explore it or not, to see if we can find what loot's inside, but we'll have to be extra careful. Oh! Actually, someone else must have already been here. Because the shulker box is still remaining.
Huh.
So it's up to you. Do you want to go inside of it, or should we continue to explore?
I mean, it's up to you.
And I say it's up to you. What do you wish to do?
Well, it's up to you, because I'm here to just help you.
Well, yeah, but I mean, my intention was to hopefully find some elytras, so if you think it's... Unless... I mean, I guess we can give a precursory search, see if there's anything inside there. We can just give it a quick gander and look around. If nothing else, it'll give you a chance to explore an end city fortress. And we can just make sure you're very careful. Because the shulker boxes can do some things. So we'll take a look around. Just be extra careful, because if there's any shulkers, they can send these little... like bolts at you that can make you levitate. So just express extra caution. Okay, from what I can tell, this place seems to be like it seems like, at least on these floors, it's been pretty effectively cleared out. Let's just make
so there might have been an elytra, but someone might have...
Oh, okay.
Already taken it.
Be careful. Might start getting hit by some things. If you do, just stay inside the tunnel. Don't freak out too much. It looks like there's some shulker boxes at the top. I'm gonna try and see if I can head up to them. Just make sure you're careful, because like I said, it causes levitation, which can be very dangerous.
I got hit.
Okay. I think it's just this one shulker at the top here. Okay, hold on. Okay, I killed it. Right. Okay.
Yeah, maybe there might have been an elytra
Oh,
here, but
ouch.
maybe someone had.
Yeah, I don't see. Sorry, I fell down. It's fine. I can walk back up. I don't see any boats though. Again, feel free to check out on each of these different sides of these buildings when you get to them. But I don't see any in particular. And just be aware, like I said, that if there's a shulker box nearby, it could try to make you float. Just be very cautious. Okay. Oh, did you also fall?
Yeah, keep falling.
Okay. Here we go. I think I see the problem. Are you alright?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just have to eat.
Oh, I got you.
On.
Okay, I've put it in a little bottom here. Yeah, I don't think there's anything specific up on top of this tower. I think this is more like a middle ground tower. So there's no need to go boil at the top. It looks like there might be some valuables in that one to our left. There's these two taller towers. I don't know if they've been explored. So if we take a time to look at them, we can see if there's any resources inside of them. So do you want to take one of the towers and I'll take the other?
Sure.
Okay. Remember, be careful. Feel free to, if you worry about levitating, hit those like whitish particle things that they try to send out at you. You can, if you destroy them before they hit you, then they won't make you levitate. Since this is an end city, I'm going to put my switch my helmet to something more protective.
There was an ender chest over here.
Ooh. Find anything inside of it? Or actually, that'll just be your stuff. Because ender chests only have things that you've put into them before. They're kind of unique. Okay. I hear one, but I don't see it. Okay. Oh, dude. I keep trying to hit up here, and it's not working out very well for me. Let's see the car this way. Okay. Grab these. Okay. So it does look like these may have been raided, because I know this chest up here seemed to not have anything in it. How are things going?
Oh, yeah. I'm just being attacked by a
Aaron. Understandable. Okay. There seems to be a decent amount of them up here. Okay. Oop. Daisy, here we go. Okay. Hello, Tower of Shulkers. Thank you for the free levitation effect. I'll take it.
Yeah, there was some chest up here, but it looks like it was already looted.
Okay. These Shulkers hurt a lot. I need to have them stop hitting me because they keep giving me levitation. I don't need that right now. I need to go down to you.
Yeah, I killed any shulkers over here, but yeah, it looked like it was looted.
Yeah, this just looks like they've been looted here as well. I'll see you, Marcel. Have a good night. Okay. It seems like everything around here has been looted, unfortunately. Okay. See if there's anything I can see from up here that gives me more height and distance. But I don't see anything. So I guess it's I mean, there seems to be still a decent amount of places we could go from here. We could either go further into this island that we're currently on, or we could go back to the one that we were previously exploring. What do you think?
Well, you have the navigation, so I think you should decide. Oh.
Any of these things. Stop sitting more at them. Okay. Right. Make my way down. Just waiting for these particles to all be decimated. Okay. Walking down. Much easier to go down than it is to go up. Thankfully.
Yeah.
Okay. Once we get back outside, I'll put back on my helmet. Okay. Put some things away. If you seem to run out of space for any reason at all because you have too much stuff in inventory, let me know and I can put some stuff into my backpack.
Okay.
Right. Okay, so let's go this way. Let's see if there's anything this way. We can just take a look over. If there is, great. If not, then that is okay too. I guess we're in the end. It's quite peaceful here. The problem is it's so big, so it tends to be just very expansive, and so then it's like, where to go, what to do.
Yeah. It's quite huge.
Yes. Let's see here. Okay.
But it feels so empty.
Yeah, there's not a lot in here. Obviously, like I said, there's some things here, and there's a lot of chorus fruit here. Which, like I said, you can eat, but they teleport you sometimes to random places, and so you want to be careful of them. Okay. Let's see here. So there's anything. There's nothing I can see particular this way, so let's maybe go over it this way and see if there's anything on the other side of this island. Try to see if there's any good leads, because usually you want to try and find at least a spot where there may be another big island you can travel to, just to make things easier. Also, don't fall for that. There's a hole there. Should go around. Oh, we went around the other way. Smart, good thing. Oh, look, there's another one right over here.
Huh. It seems. I was about to say it seems small, but it's just not loading in quick.
This one has a boat.
Where I don't see a boat.
Do you see that up there?
Oh, is that where they are?
That's usually where elytras are held. Like I said, the hard part is it's possible someone could have gone through and explored here, especially if they were at that other one, which is only nearby. But if we're lucky, it may not have been explored, and we may still find an elytra in there.
I mean, hopefully, maybe they looked at that.
Oh, actually, this is a good sign. There are still shulker boxes on top of this thing. So if there's still shulker boxes here, it means it's much more likely.
Oh,
that,
you can hit back from behind.
Oh, it's fine. Okay, just kill those off.
Yeah.
Usually, it's a lot easier to hit them when they have their shells open. Okay. Right.
I guess I can take the helmet off.
Next, we're inside the building, so you shouldn't be looking at many Endermen. Okay. That one died from something. Okay. Sometimes they hit each other, and then the crossfire ends up hurting them, which is useful for us.
Yeah, hopefully
okay.
Whoever was in the other one, hopefully they gave up.
Right.
You know, they saw that one and gave up on searching more.
Okay. I get hit by something. No, okay, we're fine. Just gotta make sure I don't get by another one. Don't want to prolong my levitation. Run. Okay. Here. Okay. Okay, I've killed this one off, so at least we can go in here if we need to for safety.
Okay.
Let's go for this location we're of.
Yeah, I got rid of the things that it had
Perfect.
shot.
Okay. So now we just need to find the one that goes up to the boat. So it seems like we'll need to go a bit of a ways still. Of course.
I think it's this.
Yep, okay.
Oh. It double shot. Oh. Go away from me.
Okay, you good?
Yeah. There's a lot. Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you get hit with them, as long as you're inside of a surface, you can make sure if the levitation works, at least it works to your favor. Oh, there's a lot of ones in here.
How much is a lot?
There's like one on every floor right now. But like I said, as long as we're...
That must mean good things, right?
Yeah. And the fact that they're still here means that it's more than likely. Okay. Oh, yeah, I mean, this chest has stuff in it. It's right, this chest actually does have stuff in it. Or, has some things that weren't taken, but also has some blocks. So it's possible someone's been here, unfortunately. The iron pick is actually pretty useful. Okay. Well, must give it a gander, at least. Because it does seem odd that someone would just come through here and not kill all the shulkers that were in the area.
Yeah, Yeah, because then wouldn't it pose a big like threat? Oh,
Yeah, okay, well, we need to go up to this one.
oh, oh, oh.
Ah, no. Okay. Okay. Ah. Okay, way up.
Oh, 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 I got hit by... I'm in another tower. I got hit by a shulker.
Okay.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Okay. You have some form of protection?
Oh, oh. Sort of.
Are you at least in the tower against the ceiling, or are you kind
Yeah.
of... Okay, good.
Yeah.
That should help a lot.
These things keep hitting me.
Okay.
Like they keep the white things keep turning up.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So you're in that tower. I'm gonna quickly see if I can... Okay, so there's really some shulker boxes over there on top of that tower still. So clearly... Again, it seems odd. It feels like it's been explored, but it hasn't been explored. So I'm a little nervous, but at the same time, there's only one way to find out if this place has truly been explored, and that's by checking it out. So I have to give it a gander, I guess. Okay, building up. Give me as much room to succeed as possible, and we're gonna shoot our shot. And whoop. Okay, I made it up.
I've killed a lot of the shulkers in my tower that I've just...
Okay, so bad news. This place has definitely been explored.
That's not good.
No. Is that another end city? Is there one over there? Okay.
Oh, there was another shulker that I didn't realize.
Ooh. Okay, there's glass there. Okay. Yeah, because this boat unfortunately seems to have been pretty... It's been cleaned out, which again is weird considering there's so many shulkers still here. Oh, that's funny. There's shulkers, sometimes the shulkers try to fight each other because they start hitting each other on accident. Oh, jeez. Okay. It's fine. Just make our way over. Oh, okay. I'm safe somewhere else. Good. Okay. So yeah, so unfortunately the boat did not have anything valuable for us, but like I said, there is an end city. Wait, is that the one we just came from? I think it is. Yeah, that's the end city we were already at. Okay. Goodness gracious. Flotation things do not give up. They just keep hitting you, even though they've been spawned in for 500 years.
So with 2 NCs down and bad luck.
Yes, unfortunately.
I'm gonna go get a drink.
Oh, okay. I'm down. That is something we can do. Make it so we can make Rhino have an adventure, but how? Well, I'll be right back. Okay. Currently trying to assess something. How are you doing? That's good. Good, good, good. Look at that. That's funny. I got a follow on Twitch while we're doing this. Okay. All right. So, good news and bad news again. It seems like we mentioned before, there aren't any in cities here. So, or at least in cities that have access to an elytra. Um, did I say there was good news? Oh, so it's up to you if you think we want to continue to explore more or not. Like I said, we've gone quite a bit of a distance at this point. If nothing else, we'll want to start making our way back to the portal soon. But it's up to you on how we wish to deal with that. I'm letting you know first so you can be the one to pick. Okay, all right. Then I suppose what we can do is we'll check out one other area first. Check one other area first. And then we can assess from there. Also, you're right. You can't hear Rhino. There you go. Ah, you can. Okay. Then let's head. Where are you at?
Okay. I'm here.
If we go this way, we should be able to go this way. We can see if we find anything. We can at least attempt to find something if we're able. Like I said, unfortunately, there's not much in this vicinity. But it wants to find an elytra.
Maybe that was the place that Nova had found.
It could be. I know that like a number of others have found elytras as well. I think it's just a matter of they can be really hard to find. I was hoping we could spend some time and be able to find it without worrying it too much, but unfortunately, it seems like it's an endeavor that's a lot more tricky than I was expecting. I mean, again, not that I'm expecting, but I'm always hoping that maybe I'll have more success in doing so, and that just doesn't end up happening. Let's see here. Anything this way? No. Not seem to be any big landmasses that way. There is one that's that way. If we go this way, maybe there's something. But again, I'm not entirely sure. What would you do if you had wings, Rhino? I may ask it either.
Fly?
Okay, well, I know that much, yes, but like, where would you want to go?
I don't really like know.
Like, do you think you would, like, are there any kinds of places you want to travel to?
I mean, not that I can think of, because people, when they say they think of dragon, they think of a thing that can fly, but I don't have that ability.
Is it something that you feel like keeps you from reaching your potential?
I feel like it sort of like makes me like look like an outcast of a dragon, because again, people think of dragons and they think of creatures that can fly, but I can't seem to, do that.
Right, which is interesting. So then why would you... I guess here's a thought. Why would you be called Rhinodragon, though, if you wouldn't have the capabilities of a dragon?
Yeah, because I definitely exactly like look like one, and I have like wings on my back, but I just can't seem to fly.
Mm-hmm. Which is a big, interesting thing. It could be perhaps when you were brought here, maybe your potential was deliberately limited. Maybe it's connected to your memories.
It's possible. I mean, Eva said that like she was gonna teach me how to fly, but people said no, don't listen to her. The same with I think it was Fang or Nova.
Gotcha, they said to not teach you how to fly?
Yeah, I think Fang was gonna teach me as soon as I like had spawned, but people were like, no, don't follow him.
Interesting. Oh, pfft. Didn't mean to go that far up.
Oh, I didn't realize where you went.
If I went across.
Yeah.
Nice. Good landing.
Thanks.
So here, my vision does not seem to indicate any way. But the one thing I can say is if we keep going this way, we will eventually reach the portal back. So if we want to, we can just keep going around this way and loop around. Finding end cities? Great. If we don't, then we don't.
I mean, if we finally like end cities this way, there might have probably been loot if they're close to like the portal.
Right. It would make a difference, but at the same time, it is one of those interesting things where even in times when we, have those things, it's amazing how you can just go in one direction and completely miss everything else that's gone on in a certain direction, you know what I mean? Also, quickly go throw it this way because I'm being lazy now and just throwing these down. This will for sure land on something. It may just be a little lower. Ta-da! Ooh, nice arc.
Thanks.
Okay. Let's see here. What can we do here? I'm again not seeing any end cities right now. But this island seems to be pretty close to where we need to go. So eventually do some building out, because this island seems to be pretty much a dead end in itself. But that's what we'll have to kind of do some building up and see what we can find. Okay. We're gonna need to go this way. See kind of where these blocks are light the side.
I've got a stack of endstone.
Okay, cool. I'm just gonna grab us another stack and a half, because we'll probably need that many to go. Not another stack and a half, another half a stack, because this will be a bit of a distance. Technically,
Also,
Gabe, the armor that Rhino has was given to him as a gift by somebody else who was here.
So, are the backpacks that like you wear? Because I see like a lot of people wear them. Are they like difficult to build?
Not incredibly so. I mean they require some resources, but I mean even just to make a standard backpack, all you need is a chest, a sleeping bag, 2 backpack tanks, 4 leather, and a golden ingot.
Huh.
So they're all relatively simple ingredients you can get, and you get a whole big portable storage space that allows you to do things.
I guess that also means like if I ever went on an adventure, I would have a like a mobile bed.
Yeah, exactly. Which can be pretty helpful at times.
Also, who's Hudson?
Who's Hudson?
Yeah.
Hudson was another fox that I had found, who I believe to be Adam's brother, because he was also a tamed fox that I had never really gotten a chance to see. But I tried to bring him to the ritual circle in order to make him see if I could use him to, create a connection with Adam. But he was killed by wolves along the way.
Oh.
'Cause,
I'm sorry that happened.
well, it's okay. It's one of those things where I wasn't particularly close to him at the time. I gave him the name because it was, we had high hopes that he would do pretty well. But then unfortunately he died. So I put a grave for him. But no, this backpack Eva technically was just made because I have a thing for foxes in this world.
Yeah, you seem to have a fondness for foxes.
Okay. That is as many blocks as I currently possess, so I cannot build any further this way. Thank you. I may try building a sword to that big island over there, so at least we have access to some more blocks. If this doesn't make us all the way, we'll have to go grab some more from behind us. These foxes are very adorable. I agree. Huzzah! Making progress. Oh, did not mean to go that way, but that's fine. Use it. How close are we looking right now? How close are we looking to this island that we saw in the vision, or out there? Oh, we were close. We made it to these little islands. Oop, there we go. I quickly dig out some of this so I can make a better bridge so you don't have to be risky like I do and jump all the way across. There you go. Okay. So now, I'll grab some of this out, but then I'll probably get to the way. Say, Mavi. How do you do? And hello to you, Oompa. Welcome, welcome.
Hello, Mr. Enderman.
They're very intrigued by you.
Yeah, I look quite, similar to them.
It's true. You bear some resemblance to the Enderman as well as to Ender Dragons. Actually, you probably bear more resemblance to the Enderman. It's because you seem to be very tall. There we go. Now to this island. So, we should be relatively close. I'm hoping, if we're lucky, shouldn't need to build any more bridges if we just take a long walk along. We shall see. It's possible we'll still need to make one, but at least we'll be closer to where we need to go. Okay. Let's give it a gander. So that's your first stream of the way? Awesome. Welcome, Oompa. Yeah, Ryan's here. He's pretty cool.
Yeah, again, this is just all like new to me.
Yeah, it's definitely a different world than what you're probably accustomed to. But I have faith that we will get you acclimated soon and get everything figured out.
It's the only world that I am, well, used to.
I guess that's true. But do you ever have those times where you feel like you know of another world at all?
No.
Okay, so maybe here's a thought, just because I'm curious. What are your thoughts on Eden, as well as Noneve?
Well, Eden, again, like what I've said about before, Eden just seems weird with all these things going on in it. And Unknown and Eve, I haven't seen much of Unknown. Although, according to people, apparently, like, it was Unknown that had brought us here for, again,
Yes.
for you said to build a community, and I don't understand why. But Unknown seems to have more of a darker personality to Eve.
Yeah, he's got certainly more of a dry sense of humor. He's a very interesting character. Seems very keen on, you know, ensuring we have the ability to build a community. And Eve never really showed up until far later. But that was kind of part of our process of curing the virus as well. That's when Eve showed up. It was actually kind of a joke for a while. We thought the Unknown, his real name could have potentially been Adam because then it'd be Adam and Eve as the two kind of deities who seem to rule this place. But at the same time, I have my fox Adam, and I felt that'd be an injustice to him if I don't know. Again, not that we would know for sure, but
then there is something weird. Like, people were talking about Unknown and Eve as having a daughter.
Well, I know Unknown for sure has a daughter. Eve, I don't think has a daughter, but I know Unknown does.
Because I know, like, Yasmin had said to Eve, because Eve was there, Yasmin was like, "Oh, Eve, you didn't tell me you had a son."
Oh. I think that was meant more as a joke. I don't know if that was actually meant to be a substantial comment.
Yeah, like, does anyone know Unknown's daughter?
Unfortunately, no. We're gonna have to go back and get some box, by the way, unfortunately. Just not far enough. But that's what we're trying to get to. Once we get to that island, we will be able to get quickly back to the main portal. Basically I keep going. But yeah, not entirely aware of, you know, who that daughter would be, and you know, it would be kind of funny, interesting if you relay it to Unknown and Eve, though.
Huh. Again, I don't really know much, not even anything, really.
Fair.
I don't understand, like, why do I know, like, nothing, but others just seem to know something.
Maybe you could spend your time asking them to learn a bit more about what they might know.
It's possible, but Unknown doesn't seem to, you know, speak that much.
I mean, he does. He just does only speak at certain instances. He needs to find the right ways. I'll assume, but that's very funny. Yeah, no, I've voiced Wesley since Pink created the character. I was the first person who voiced him. Still am. Person who voices him, I guess. Okay. We should have enough blocks, I think, to possibly build this way across. If not, you can hold me to it and we can find a way. But I think this should be, if nothing else, close enough for us to be able to Ender Pearl over when we get to that stage. So we shall see. Hello, Mr. Enderman. Excuse us.
Well, if anything, you've extended the Enderman's, like, home.
Yeah. So now they have a place to be. I'll build straight across this way because it'll be smoother. This way we can for sure get to the island. And from there, we'll proceed to go to the next area, which will be home in this case. It's probably best I bring you home was hoping to find some elytras, but fortunately did not seem to have any luck with that.
Well, you will find one eventually. You just might have to go in a certain direction very, very far.
Yeah, it'll take some time. But I'm hoping eventually that will come to fruition without too many issues. Okay. Alright, so now all we gotta do is head this way, and then you'll see the bridge that we made earlier. So we made it one full big loop around. And actually, we didn't make this bridge. The bridge was made for us, but we can at least do ourselves the favor.
We just sort of end-pearled across.
Yes. Because I'm lazy, let's make the rest of the bridge this way. Oh, see you, Gabe. Have fun at work, I presume, if that's what you mean by being an adult. Okay. I'll make our way over. Across this much more precarious netherrack bridge. It's not so straight. Across. And then all we gotta do is make ourselves way back up to the thingy. And then, ta-da, we are here. And then I think the portal is just over here. It's on this island. And so if you see that pathway along that big long strip, that's the road that some of us took to find we found a thing the unknown wanted us to look for. We had to go all the way along that way for a very, very, very long time. Actually, I have to go explore that sometime. I would do it right now, but I think we have more pressing things to tend to. Like getting back home. Okay. Oh yeah, and if you have any interest of wanting to be able to make chorus fruit at home, you're welcome to grab some endstone and chorus fruits to plant. But there's no obligation to do that. Because we already have some.
Yeah.
Okay. To do is we could probably make ourselves a more capable stair if we do this. Go. This. That's what you're going for. I just figured I'd make it a little easier on you. Yeah. And up. And then I guess we'll just do the trick that you mentioned before, which is just pop and squat. Okay, so oh, I see. So you just have to send it through. It doesn't actually have to hit anything. Good to know. Okay. Right. Now in order to make it back, all you gotta do is just go through the black portal in the center, and then you'll be able to go back home.
Also, I have 3 shulker shells.
Yeah, you can. So you can turn those into shulker boxes, which also act similar to backpacks. And here, let me take this one more, because then you have an even 4, which then you can use to make 2.
Huh.
All right, and then all you gotta do is go back through here like this, and you'll probably have some words appear in your head for at least a time.
Yeah, I got words appearing in my head.
Okay, I know if you wish to escape those, you're welcome to. You can always exit this world and then come back in. That's only if you want to. Otherwise, you can play it out and listen to what they have to say.
I pressed escape and it took me out of it.
Okay, so does that mean you're home then?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, that was an adventure in itself. Can I come in?
Oh. Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, but that was the adventure to the end. Do you feel like you gained anything out of it?
I think I gain more of a knowledge of like the other dimensions in this place.
Yeah, there's a lot of interesting places to explore, and I don't know if you're the kind of person who feels inclined to do exploring, or actually, you know what? Here, this actually gives me a reason to ask you the other question I did want to ask you. So you know how I mentioned before, I want to know what kind of your opinion of Eden, but second question I've been asking people, and obviously you may not have a solid answer yet, but what sort of contribution would you like to be able to make to Eden as a community? Like, what do you think you will be able to best provide to what we have going here as a member of this world?
Um, I, I don't really know. Like, I don't know like my best qualities to even um provide for the community.
Okay. Are you interested in possibly doing things to try and see what things might be your best skills, or are you more wanting to try and figure that out for yourself?
I might try things and see like what I'm good at.
Okay. All right. Okay. I think that's fair then. Um. Then I guess I will talk with you later. Then I think I'm going to be, at least for the moment, taking a bit of time just to rest. I usually wouldn't hop on, but I felt desire to do so today. So yeah, it was
Yeah.
good talking with you.
Uh, yeah. Thanks for coming by and showing me stuff, Mister Mayor.
Of course, you can just call me Kanoka or Kano if you want.
Sure. Kano.
Cool. Okay. Well, and have a good time. I'm just gonna get to my bed and take myself a little rest. Um, and then that'll be where we'll end things there. But thank y'all for joining us for this journey, and I'll be sure to talk with you more all later. But before we go, what does Rhino have to say?
What do you mean? What do I have to say?
Do you want to share what your perspective would have been if it was you streaming this entire time?
Oh.
I'll cut this out of my VOD if for later, but this is just for our YouTube sake and for everyone else who is here because I know they'll want to see your stuff. So go for it if you'd like.
Okay. Finally, he's gone. And finally, I've gained more of a trust with him. Perhaps, if I keep up this act, I might gain the trust of others and learn of their knowledge. And seeing as he is the mayor, I may be able to see if anyone is doing something that, Unknown doesn't like. After all, I gotta tell Unknown about this experience about people going to the end and trying to find all these stuff. Seems like that he's taking in a lot of knowledge of people, and Unknown might want to know about this. Hmm, very intriguing. We shall see what the other Eden members are like.
Is that it?
Yes.
Okay. Writer privileges. Right. Okay. Well, thank you everyone for joining us for this lovely little different EdenSMP stream. I thought it'd be fun if just because Rhino's just recently joined in, and so I thought it'd be really fun for us to do something different and get to see what because for the most part, honestly, our characters probably won't be interacting a tremendous amount in Eden, so this gave us a chance to actually do that, which was pretty nice. And I mean, obviously, we tried to find an elytra with it. Didn't end up finding an elytra, but that's okay. It is what it is. So, how do you feel right now? How do you feel that was a scale of 1 to 10?
A scale of 1 to 10. I think it went quite well. I think that again, my character has been doing a lot more.
Yeah. This is very true. But it'll be fun to see what kinds of things are in store for Rhino as we continue to move forward. So, yeah. But I think that'll be where we will adjourn for now. So, if yeah, I think that's basically all I can think of. Is there anything else you want to say to everyone before we head off right now?
And just make sure to keep an eye on stuff, as things will be tricky.
Yes. Exactly. So be very curious and tricky as we move forward. And if you're watching this on YouTube and are not familiar with Rhino My Twitch stuff, feel free to go to our Twitch channels. If you have a Twitch account, feel free to follow us so you can see what cool things might be coming up in Eden. Because I know for sure Rhino will always stream on Thursdays, Eden. That's when most people are on. And I'm usually streaming Eden on Thursdays as well, which means you might have to choose between us, or you can just do a multi-stream at some point. But yeah, but feel free to stop by and watch those things. This is just meant to give you guys a taste of what kind of cool things Eden has to offer. So if you're just watching this on YouTube, then check us out, please. It's cool. It's fun. But all right, then we'll head off then. So goodbye, everyone. Have a great Sunday, and we'll talk with y'all later. Bye.